even the losers do get lucky sometimes, but sometimes they don't either. Right now, the Baltimore Orioles are starting a new series with the Kansas City Royals. It'll be at Memorial Stadium in Baltimore. And they also have a new manager. Frank Robinson has taken over for the fired Cal Ripken Sr. So we'll see if that makes any difference. There is a change to their lineup, I believe, because directly of Frank Robinson. So we'll see if their fortunes improve. Right now, we'll meet the starting pitchers for today's game. First for the Orioles, it'll be right-hander Oswald Peraza. And in 1988, Oswald Peraza was 5-7, but his ERA was 5.55. So don't know how good that's going to go. We'll see. He's going to be opposed by the Kansas City Royals right-hander Mark Gubicza. And in 1988, Mark Gubicza was a 20-game winner. It was 20-8 with a 2.70 ERA. So obviously a tall task ahead of the Orioles. Let's meet the starting lineups for today's game. First for the visiting Royals. And we have Willie Wilson in center, Kevin Seitzer at third, George Brett at first, Danny Tarble in right, Jim Eisenreich the DH, Frank White's at second, Bo Jackson's in left, Jamie Quirk the catcher, and Kurt Stillwell the shortstop. Now for the Orioles, the major change that Frank Robinson has made right away is he has taken Jeff Stone out of the leadoff spot, moved him to number 9, and moved Orsulak from number 9 up to number 1. So Joe Orsulak's going to lead off. Everything else is pretty much the same. The two Ripkens, Murray, Lynn, Sheets, Kennedy, Shue, and Stone. So the big difference there is they got Stone out of the leadoff spot because he just wasn't getting on base enough. And Frank Robinson said, we're not going to put up with that. So here we go. And what I think what I'm going to try to do as well, I'm going to do it, is sometimes what I'm, in full disclosure here, what I'm doing is I'm standing or sitting right behind the camera that's on my little tripod, but I also wear glasses. But when I look through the camera, I have to look through the camera without my glasses to see correctly. But then to look at the cards, I got to put my glasses back on. So I'm doing a lot of flipping back and forth with glasses and no glasses. And so I think that's sometimes how I read the wrong column or something. So what I'm going to do from now on is I'm going to try to make a point of putting the pencil out and pointing to the dice rolls so that I don't make that mistake. I'm hoping that's going to tighten things up. We shall see how that goes. Because basically I'm watching everything right through the camera or through the phone, which is my camera, because it's a nice clear picture without my glasses on. But when I need to look outside of that to write down the score in the scorebook, I have to put my glasses back on. So it's as someone once said, it's a you know what getting old. So here we go. We are going to have Willie Wilson to lead things off. He's well past his prime, but he's still going in 1988. In fact, he let's see how many games he played. He had a full season, 591 at bats. Hit 262. So here we go. Peraza the righty against Wilson the switch hitter. And we're underway. 2-6 for Wilson against a righty is a ground ball to first. It's handled over there by Eddie Murray. So what I had to do was watch everything through the phone without my glasses on. I had to shift the glasses from the top of my head to my eyes so that I could write on the spreadsheet or score sheet. Not for any sympathy, just trying to explain why I might be making some errors. But that's just the way it goes. All right, here's Kevin Seitzer. Like I said, I'm going to try to do my best not to do that. 4-5. That's it. I'll probably make a bunch of errors. 4-5. So I want to start pointing with the pencil. So there you go. 4-5 is a strikeout against a right-hander. So 2 down. In fact, what I'm going to stop doing is stop looking at the phone. I'm going to look around the phone to the phone's left as I'm looking down at it. As you're to your left of the cards as you're watching this, away from the score sheet and towards the cards, so that I can see everything really good without looking through the phone. Maybe that's the ticket. And keep my glasses on and not have to keep flipping them back and forth. All right, 2-4, and that's Brett against a right-hander. 2-4 is a ballpark single check. 1-4 is all you get at Memorial Stadium. And that's all he needed. It's a 2, so it is a single. Brett didn't need much. He gets the base hit. And now that'll bring up Danny Tarble. And the D20 will get activated right away. It's pre-roll. Nothing happening there for Tartable. It's a 1-7 for Tartable, and he will strike out, and that's the end of the inning. So Peraza does okay for himself there. Gives up the 2-out single to Brett, but that's it. We go to the bottom of the first. Kansas City nothing, and the Orioles coming to bat. Mark Gubiza will be in there against Joe Orsulak, the slack man. 5-6 for Gubiza against a lefty is a strikeout. There's a dot there, but obviously the first batter of the game, he's not tired. If he is, he's in bad shape. So that's one away. Brings up Bill Ripken. That's a 3-8 for Bill Ripken, and that is a ground ball to short. So 2 up, 2 down. And that'll bring up Bill's big brother Cal. 1-11 for Cal against a right-hander. A 1-11 is a walk. So a 2-out walk to Cal. I don't think he's in danger of going anywhere. He's got an E-steal rating, and he has to get a 4 or a 12 to get a jump, and even that is only a 13. So I don't think Cal's making his money off of stealing bases. He's doing it for his defense and his hitting. Here's Eddie Murray. We'll check the D20. Nothing there. Go to Murray. 5-9. Murray is a switch hitter batting left, so Gubiza 5-9 against a lefty is a fly ball to center field, handled out there by Willie Wilson. And the first inning is come and gone with nothing going on for either team. We go to the second, no score. And Oswald Peraza will be facing the DH, Jim Eisenreich. 4-10. So Eisenreich, Oswald Peraza against a lefty. 4-10 is a strikeout. So Peraza struck out 3 already. The first 4 outs of the game, 3 of them have been strikeouts. Here's veteran Frank White. That is a 3-5, and that's a single. There's a omega there, but we're not in any kind of clutch situation, so the single is a good one. And now Frank White is aboard. And that brings up Bo. Bo knows it might be Bo time. Right here, Bo Jackson. We got to roll the 20 for anything happening on Frank White, which there's not. So here's Bo. 5-8 against Peraza, the righty, and Bo's going to strike out. So Bo knows strikeouts. And there's 2 away. It's going to bring up the catcher, Jamie Minute Quirk. One of those Chris Berman nicknames from the band from the 80s, Minute Work. It's a 1, so that is a wild pitch check, and Peraza has a wild pitch rating of 9. So let's see if he uncorks one. Well, it would help if I rolled it on camera, wouldn't it? That's a 3. It is a wild pitch, so Peraza uncorks one. Moves Frank White to second. And we'll roll the D20 again. Make sure there's not another one. Yep, nothing going on there, so here's Quirk. 1-7 for Quirk against a right-hander, and he struck him out. So Peraza, another strikeout. Ends up striking out the side other than that hit. So he's got 5 strikeouts in 2 innings. Then we go to the bottom of the second. Still no score. So Peraza pitching above his head perhaps. Here's Fred Lynn. He will lead things off for the O's. That is a 6-8. Gubiza against a lefty. 6-8's a solid single for Fred Lynn. And Fred Lynn's not in any danger of trying to steal. We're going to move the score sheet up, though, so you can see the rest of the score sheet. Roll the 20 for Larry Sheets at bat. Nothing there. Sheets, 2-7 against a right-hander is a strikeout. So Larry Sheets down on strikes. Brings up Terry Kennedy. Terry Kennedy. The 20, all right, it's a 2. Chance for either a balk or a pass ball. Quirk has no pass ball rating, but Gubiza does have a 19 balk rating. So I'm sorry, he has a 6 balk rating. Peraza has a 19 balk rating. And we will be checking that balk rating. And again, for Gubiza, it's a 6. And that's a 13, so no balk. So we drive on. Kennedy a 5-10. Gubiza against a lefty. 5-10 is a catcher X. Catcher Jamie Quirk is a 4-E-8. 4 and a 19 should not be a problem. Let's check the E8. A 4 and a 19 is a G3. And then the E8 and the 10, I don't think there's anything happening there. There's not. So it's a G3. We'll check what if that's a force play or runner advance. Let's see. Your G3 is probably a runner advance. All right, runner on first. Yep, runner advances. So it's a 2-3 ground out. And Lynn will go to second base. Oops, that was the 7th batter, not the 8th batter. All right, so Rick Really Big Shoe will be coming on. See what he can do. He's got a runner in scoring position. See if he can drive him in against Gubaza. It's a 2-2 against a right-hander. That's a ground ball to short. So that's going to end the inning. Shoe does not come through. And we go to the third. Still no score from Memorial Stadium. This was still a few years before Camden Yards came along. Here is Kurt Stillwell Angel. That's just my nickname for him from League of Their Own. If you remember, you're gonna lose. He'd be perfect for this game to rag the Orioles. 2-6. 2-6 for Stillwell. It's a ground ball to second, and that's one away. Although Peraza might have something to say about it as he is rolling through the first time through the order. He's doing very well. Here's Willie Wilson. 2-5 for Wilson. He's going to ground it back to Peraza, and that's 2 away. So 2 up, 2 down for Kevin Seitzer. 5-11 against Peraza is a ballpark diamond shot, and home runs are 1-13 here at Camden Yards. At Memorial Stadium. But Seitzer is weak power, so the best he can do is a single. And he has to get a 1-13 just to even do that, and he doesn't. So he will end up flying to left field to end the inning. So Peraza making his presence known, so to speak. 3 shutout innings. Definitely good sign for the Orioles. Maybe they're pumped up because of Frank Robinson being the manager. Don't know. Here's Jeff Stone, and he's like the pseudo leadoff hitter, being the number 9 hitter. 2-5 for Stone. Not going to help him out, and he's going to fly to right. So 1 away. We're back to the top of the order for Joe Orsulak, the slack man. 2-9 for Orsulak is a line out to short. 2 down. 2 up, 2 down for Billy Ripken. 5-6 is a strikeout against Gubaza, and that's going to end the inning. So 3 innings in the books and goose eggs all over the place. We go to the 4th, no score. And Peraza back out on the hill to face George Brett. That is a 3-6. So Brett against a right-hander, 3-6 is a leadoff walk. So that's not a good sign. Leadoff walks can always come back to bite you. Brett's not much of a threat to steal. Partable's not very good at hit and run, so we're just going to go ahead and play it straight up. Nothing on the D20. Tartable. 3-6 is another walk. So back-to-back walks. All of a sudden, Peraza can't find the strike zone. Maybe winning the Depends Award the way this is going with 2 straight walks with this lack of control. Here's Eisenreich. Nothing there. Here is the pitch. 3-5 for Eisenreich. It's a fly ball center field B ? George Brett, let's see what he runs as. His run rating's a 13. Now the B ? from second to third, I believe you can't be out, but you can have to hold. So let me tighten up that particular rule. Let's see here. All right, it says he doesn't automatically score. Does it give anything about... I thought there was something going from second to third on this. Oh, it's if it's to right field, not to center. So center field is not going to come into play, so it's simply going to be fly to center. So no advance. Has to be to right field to do that. Should have seen that from the beginning, but didn't. It's Frank White. Nothing on the 20. Orioles looking for a double play if they can get one. 4-9. Peraza against a righty. 4-9. Split chance. 1-3 rather is a single. Anything else he lines to short. So, and it's a 3. So how do you like that? It's a single 1 star. So the bases are now loaded. But you would have thought that would have been a line out. But the bases are loaded for Bo Jackson with 1 out. Bo knows. Bo knows the bases are loaded. So what can Bo do? Is it Bo time or not? Or is it Botox? 211. 211 is a ballpark single check, which is a 1-4. Anything else he lines to short. And it's a 2, so the D20 come up with low rolls 2 times in a row. And that's going to be a base hit with 1 star, so that's going to load the bases, and the train keeps moving. And the bases are loaded still with 1 run in and 1 out for Jamie Minute Quirk. Nothing on the 20. Peraza looking for a break here. 6-7 against a lefty is a walk. He's going to force in a run with a walk. And it seems like Peraza just kind of lost it here in this 4th inning. And the Oriole bullpen is now active. Mark Williamson, a right-hander, is loosening. Right now, the bases are loaded still with 2 runs in and 1 out for Kurt Stillwell Angel. And there's a 9, so there's nothing there. Switch hitter batting left, 110 against the right-hander. And that's a single to right field. So that's going to be all for Peraza, I got a feeling. Let's see how many runs we'll score. We know White scores from 3rd easily. Bo Jackson was not being held, so I'm pretty sure he's going to score. He's a 17, and the arm rating from Stone is a 2. That's a 19. So we'll roll it and make sure there's no 20. There's not. So Bo Jackson will score. In fact, you want to be technical, they would just let him score and keep Quirk at second base with those odds. So it's a 2-run single for Stillwell. 4 runs are in. So the Peraza experience has just flattened out, and Mark Williamson, long relief man, is coming on to see what he can do to stem the tide. Right now, the Royals lead it by the score of 4-0. And they'll be bringing up their leadoff hitter, Willie Wilson. Still only 1 out with runners at first and second. Nothing on the 20. 6-6 switch hitter. 6-6 is a fly ball center field B. That's 2 away. And now the 9th man to bat in the inning, Kevin Seitzer, steps to the plate. 2 outs and runners at first and second. Nothing on the 20. It's a 4-5, and that's a fly ball to right to end the inning. So they send 9 to the plate, do the Royals, and 4 of them score. So they royally flushed Peraza out of the ball game. Close the book on Peraza. He ends up going 3 1/3, and giving up 4 runs all earned. So not a very good outing there for Peraza. It looked promising, but reality set in. Now here is Gubiza, and now I'm seeing firsthand why the Orioles lost 21 games in a row. All right, here's Cal. 3-7, see if they can come back. Ground ball to short, 1 away. Hard to do it against Gubiza. He was pretty much the ace of the Royals in 1988, even more so than Saberhagen. So here's Murray. That is a 5-6. Gubiza against a lefty is a strikeout. So Murray goes down on strikes. 2 down for Freddie Lynn. Freddie Lynn. 4-6 against Gubiza, and he will line to short. It's going to end the inning. So an easy 1-2-3 shutdown inning put by Gubiza. We go to top of the 5th. George Brett in against Williamson. 5-9 against a lefty. 1 is a triple, 2-20 is a double. So they're hitting again. And that's a double for George Brett. So he let off that leadoff walk last inning, came back to really bite him as Peraza walked 3 batters. Lost all control on that. Here's Tartable. He's up now. Roll the 20. Nothing on the 20. Tartable, 2-8. 2-8 for Tartable against a right-hander Williamson. And that's a look at all these strikeouts, but he found his double to center field. So that is a double to center field. Back-to-back doubles as Brett trots in to score. And the Royals lead it 5-0. So the bullpen doesn't seem to be helping out either. There's no relief there. Nothing on the 20. 2-11 for Eisenreich against a righty. He's going to line it to second. So he lines it to Ripken. One away. That'll bring up Frank White. Frank White. Nothing on the 20. 3-2 for White. And that's a 1-16 home run. 17-20 is a double. So 1-16, we got a 2-run jack. And we do, it's a 10. So that is a 2-run homer for Frank White. He's 3 for 3 in the game. That will score Tartable. 3 runs are in. It is now 7-0. And Williamson's going to have to take one for the team because they don't want to burn their bullpen the first game of the series. 6-11. 6-11 is a ground ball picture X. And Williamson is an E12. I believe he's a 2E12. Oh, helps to roll all of them together, doesn't it? So it's 20. You know he's going to get to that. So E12. And that is a 15. E12. And it just goes from bad to worse. E12. There's a 15 sitting right there. So that's a 1-base error on Williamson. Royals might bat around again, or bat all 9 batters again at least. I think you have to have a 10th batter to bat around. Not sure what the official term is on that. 10, and that's a 1-4 for Quirk against a right-hander. Ground ball, third base B. It's a fielder's choice. 5-4. Out number 1. I'm sorry, out number 2. Here's Kurt Stillwell Angel. As I drop my D20. Stillwell, nothing on the 20. 5-6. Williamson against a lefty. 5-6 is a split chance. 1-2, a single. 3-20 is a line out second. And that's a line out to second to finally end the inning. That's probably going to be all for Williamson. He gives up 3 runs. So Williamson's going to go an inning and 2/3 and give up 3 runs. All earned. So we go to the bottom of the 5th. It is 7-0 Royals. Sorry I couldn't have a closer game, folks, but we're dealing with the 88 Orioles here after all, so what can you expect? Here's Larry Sheets, and Frank Robinson not having a good inaugural game here. 2-7 for Sheets against a right-hander, and he will strike out. So meanwhile, back at the ranch, Gubaza is just rolling along. Pardon the pun. Here's Rick Really Big Shoe, 6-8. That's another strikeout. So Gubaza not letting up on the gas, even though he's getting the big run support. He's just hammering down more. 6-6, but not this time. Kennedy does get him. 1-10 is a double. 11-20 is a single, and that's a single for Terry Kennedy. 2-out single. Brings up the number 9 hitter, Jeff Stone. Jeff Sly and the family Stone. Nothing on the 20. 3-3 is a pop out to third, and the inning's over. So we go to the 6th. New pitcher coming in for the Orioles, and we have to figure out who that's going to be. I think it's going to be Dave Schmidt, another one of their long relievers. So Dave Schmidt, a right-hander, will be on for the O's. And they have to be careful not to burn their bullpen here in game 1. Somebody's got to take one for the team here if they're tired. Here's Willie Wilson. 1-10 for Wilson is a ground ball to second. 1 away. Kevin Seitzer. 5-8. 5-8 to fly to left. That's 2 down. And George Brett steps to the plate. Maybe Schmidt can bring some stability. 6-7 is a ground ball shortstop X. Haven't had a lot of X chances in this game, but we got one now. Ripken is a 2-21. 16, he'll get to that. And a 10, there are no errors on a 21 for a shortstop 10, so it's a good play. And it's actually a 1-2-3 inning for Mr. Schmidt. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. Still 7-0. Brings up the slack man, top of the order, Joe Orsolak. That's a 2-11, and that's a line out to second. So 1 away. Brings up Bill Ripken. Oops, bring that in camera. 3-5. Ground ball to third. 2 down. Brings up Big Brother Cal. 3-9. Pop out to second. So nothing out of the infield. And an easy 1-2-3 inning, no stress inning for Gubza. His point of weakness is not till the 8th, so he can certainly go for quite a ways if need be. They certainly have that luxury with a 7-0 lead. Here's Danny Tartable. 3-8 for Tartable against a right-hander. 1-2 is a single. Anything else, he lines to short. And that's a liner to Ripken. 1 down. Here's Jim Eisenreich. 3-10. 3-10's a single for Eisenreich. So a 1-out single. And of course, with the score being what it is, they're not going to employ any kind of a strategy to steal or anything. Check the D20, make sure nothing's happening there. Here's Frank White. 1-3 for Frank White. 1-3 is a hit by pitch, so it's about time they plunk somebody. I think they'd be frustrated enough to do that earlier, but Frank White is the recipient of that hit by pitch. They better not hit Bo, because Bo knows how to hit back. Nothing on the D20. 2-7 for Bo, and he also knows how to strike out. So Bo, second strikeout for him in the game. 2 down for Jamie Quirk. Nothing on the 20. 6-5 for Quirk against a lefty. That is Schmidt against a lefty. 6-5 to pop out to third. And that's going to end the 7th inning. So 7th inning stretch time here at Memorial Stadium. It is Kansas City 7 and Baltimore nothing. Schmidt should be good for another inning at least, I would think. And Gubza as well. Here's Eddie Murray. That is a 6-5 for Murray. Switch hitter batting left, 6-5. 1-3 is a triple. 4-20 is a single. And that's a triple for Eddie Murray. It went in the gap. How about that? Eddie Murray with a triple. How many triples did Eddie Murray hit in 1988? He hit 2. So there's one of them right there. How about that? O's might actually get on the board now because the infield's definitely back. Nothing on the 20. Here's Fred Loretta Lynn. I don't know if he's a coal miner's son or what he is, but he's from California, so probably not. 2-7. 1's a double. 2-20 is a center field B. So that would be a sacrifice fly, even if it's not a double, which it's not, but it is a sac fly. So Freddie Lynn does his job. Gets the run home. Gets the Orioles off the schneid. It's now 7-1. Bases are empty, though, for Larry Sheets. 4-8 against the lefty is a pop out to first. Handled over there by George Brett. 2 down. Rick Really Big Shoe. Hasn't been really big in this replay so far. He's been kind of a dud. 1-11. Fly ball to left. He continues to be a dud. But at least they get the 0 off the board. There's a run across. And at the end of 7, it is the Royals 7 and the Orioles 1. Schmidt's going to come in for one more inning of work. Kurt Stillwell leads things off. 4-6. Switch hitter against Schmidt. 4-6. 1-5 is a double. 6-20 is a single. And that is a single for Stillwell to start the 8th. Again, with the score being what it is, they're not going to employ any sort of strategies. Just going to play it out. 3-3 for Wilson against a righty, and that's a pop out to Eddie Murray, first base, 1 away. Brings up Terry Kennedy, 2, and that is a chance. I'm sorry, not Terry Kennedy. He's catching, not batting. What am I doing? Duh. Seitzer's the batter, my bad. But it's a 2, so it's a chance for a Dave Schmidt balk or a Kennedy pass ball. It's a chance for a Dave Schmidt balk. So let's check the balk rating for Dave Schmidt. Let's take a look here. Dave Schmidt balk rating is a 0. He's got an 8 wild pitch rating, but no balk rating, so no balk to concern ourselves with. Seitzer 3-3 against a right-hander, and Seitzer will pop up to third. Out number 2. Brings up George Brett. So Schmidt helping out their bullpen, giving them some innings here. 2-7, ground ball to second, and that's going to end the inning. They might even try to get Schmidt through the rest of this game and really save their bullpen. Might be the best option for them. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 7-1. And now Terry Kennedy can bat. And this is actually the start of the point of weakness inning for Gubas. He's got an 8 on his card. We'll see how he handles it. 5-7 against a lefty. Ground ball, second base X. Frank White is a 2E5. It's a really good defender, but it's a 1, so that's going to drop for a base hit. Don't think is an error. There's a 12, and he's an E5. There's no 12, but it is going to be a leadoff single for... Actually, it wasn't even Kennedy. It was Rick Shue. Kennedy made the last out. So where did I get that screwed up from? I had him backwards, I think. I had him batting out of order somehow. So that bat was against a righty, not a lefty. So the 5-7 against a righty is still a ground ball, second base X. So it's still the same thing. Still going to be a base hit for Shue. So fortunately nothing really changed on that. Don't know how I got that out of order, but somehow I did. I was stacking the cards. Somehow or another something got mixed up in there. Don't know how that happened, but it did. All right, here's Jeff Stone, but I think they're going to pinch hit for Jeff Stone because he's just not very good. So we're going to have a pinch hitter, and it's going to be Jim Traber, and he will stay in the game to play left field, even though he's not very good. They're looking for offense, not defense right now. So Jim Traber will come in, and he will take over in left field after he pinch hits. He's a 4-2 E16, so not a whole lot different than Stone, but a little bit better hitter with some more power. So it is going to be, we'll roll the 20. Oh, it's a 1, so a chance for a wild pitch. And Gubas' wild pitch rating is a 9. So it is another 1. How about that? So a wild pitch by Gubas. So now I've got to roll it again. Nothing there. Here's Traber. 2-11 for Traber is a ballpark single, but it's only 1-4. And it's an 18, so he's going to line to second for out number 1. Traber is retired. Back to the top of the order for Joe Orsulak. Slack man. Nothing on the 20. 3-3 for Orsulak. He will pop to first, rather. Handled by Brett. 2 down. And that's going to bring up Billy Ripken, but he won't hit either because they need offense. And he only hit 207. So they're going to the bench for Jim Dwyer. Jim Washer and Dwyer. He will be the new pinch hitter. And then Rene Gonzalez will take over at second. So let's fill this in. Jim Dwyer, the pinch hitter. And then Rene Gonzalez. Don't walk away, Rene Gonzalez. He is going to be a 3E19. But right now it's Jim Dwyer. He's the man. He will bat. Nothing on the 20. It's a 6-12. Gubas against a lefty. 6-12 is a ground ball shortstop X. That's Stillwell. He is a 3E18. 16, he'll get to that. Now we'll check the error rating. E18 and a 9. E18, there is no 9, so it's good play for Stillwell. And the inning's over. So we go to the 9th, still 7-1, and Rene Gonzalez takes over at second base. Jim Traber takes over in left field. They're going to go ahead and try to get one more inning out of Schmidt. Save that bullpen. Here now is Tartable. 5-10 against Schmidt. 5-10's a walk. So the bullpen is loosening or active for the Orioles. They do have Doug Sisk down there in case things really get out of hand. Here's Eisenreich. Oops. Keep dropping the D20 for some reason. It's big enough you think I would be able to hold on to it. Nothing there. So here's Eisenreich, 6-7 against a lefty. Ground ball shortstop X. That is Cal Ripken. 2E21. 14 and a 2. 2 and a 14 is a possible double play. That's a 9. It's an 11 actually. 11. Yes, I went to public schools. That's an 11 and E21. So an 11 and an E21. There is no 11, so it's a 6-4-3 double play. So 2 down. Thanks to that double play, that might get Schmidt through the rest of the game now. That last out against Frank White. 4-6 against a right-hander, but it's a single. So he's probably at his point of weakness now, but they're going to go ahead and drive on and hope he doesn't hit any dots on his card. And if they do, so be it. They'll just take that chance. They don't want to burn another pitcher. So here's Bo. He said, I'll battle against a fatigue pitcher. Nothing on the D20. Bo, 1-6. For Bo is a strikeout, so he gets the hat trick. He strikes out for the 3rd time. And I believe it was against 3 different pitchers, if I'm not mistaken. So nothing doing for the Royals. Dave Schmidt, a workman for sure. Gives them a lot of innings to save that bullpen for the rest of the series. Keeps Sisk and Niedenfuhr fresh. All right, Gubiza will try, I believe. He's only got 1 knock against his point of weakness, so he's going to go ahead and go for the complete game. Might as well. 7-1 lead. If he gets into trouble, they always warm somebody up. Here's Cal, 2-9 for Cal. That's a ground ball to short, so 1 away. See if I can't get everything in the picture here somehow. Oops, almost tipped over there. Sorry about that. Trying to get the score sheet and the cards in the same shot if I can. I think I will do it. So let's see here. Here's Eddie Murray, 4-7. Guba's against a lefty. Switch hitter batting left. It's a ground ball to shortstop X. Again, that's Stillwell, 3-18. 3-14, he'll make the play, or he'll get to it. An 11 on an E18. E18 and 11. There is no 11, so it's a good play for Stillwell. He retires both Ripken and Murray on ground outs to Stillwell. Last chance, Freddie Lynn. 2-4 for Lynn. Ground ball back to Gubiza, and that's going to do it. A complete game victory. And in real life, interesting enough, the Royals won this game 6-1. In real life, they win this one. They won this one 7-1. So it was very close to the original. And I'll be right back with some totals. Okay, as I was mentioning before, the real game, the Royals won it by the score of 6-1. Here, in this replay game, they win it 7-1. They out-hit the Orioles 8-2 in the real game. They out-hit the Orioles 11-4 here. Neither team made an error. For Gubiza, complete game, 9 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 run. It was earned, walked 1, struck out 6. So no go for the Orioles. This game was played on April the 12th. So on April 13th, which is the next game on the schedule and also my birthday, it'll be Floyd up-to-down Bannister, the lefty, will be taking on another lefty, Mark Thurmond. So that'll be the next game. It'll be game 8. So far the Orioles are 0-7, so they're 1/3 of the way through trying to get that 0 for 21, or trying not to, depending on how you look at it. So that's going to do it from here. Hope everybody enjoyed that presentation of Strat-o-matic baseball. And until next time, I will see you all down the road.